Sub y'all. It's another 24-hour trades. We back again. So we're just gonna get right into this line. So anyways, we just closed on a 5 o'clock here. Actually up on time this morning, which is fantastic. So yeah, we're just still getting last thing open here. Opening up our little trading terminal here. And let me go ahead and swing that thing over here. Ooh. Jeez. Everything's moving kind of slow. So let's see. Anyways, okay, so pretty good stuff today as a matter of fact. So just coming on to let's pop on this 4 hour real quick so we can take a look. So first thing first, let's take a look. So today is what, March 23rd, 2022. So go ahead and add this up. What is this? Here's our 4 hour. So yeah. Anyways, so yeah, we went ahead and popped on this, but anyways, we have like a daily level right now that we're kind of sitting at. So we're creating daily resistance. We have a bit of a newfound daily support area as well. So those are the two areas that we are looking at. And then if we pop into the 4 hour here, I also drew up. It seems like super loud to me. But anyways, if we pop on the 4 hour, we have like two kind of like support areas that I had drawn up. Right now on this 1 hour, we're actually using this 4 hour here as a semi-resistance right now. So depending on how this time frame closes, we might have price continuing down. We did get a solid 4 hour candle closing below. If we look right here, so we had 2 wicks on this after breaking up a bit. We came back down, had price break below, and now we're playing below that on a bearish 4 hour. So we just really need to pay attention how price is going to end up closing here on this 4 hour, or I guess on this hour time frame, because that's going to set the tone for I think what the next hour is going to do. So anyways, you can kind of see here we have price we even have price like trending down at this point in time, and this is kind of our extended area of resistance up. We have price trending down. I mean, you guys, it's a clear trend, but I'll even draw it like a little higher here for like the peaks and everything. But you can see that whole that's pretty good, pretty clear trend line, I would say, to see kind of what's going on here. But just in case, we're going to draw that up just to kind of see what price is doing. And let's see what else. You can also kind of see, let me see what this is. I don't want to put like way too much up, but that's kind of our range right there that we were playing around in. We broke below that. News for today. Sorry, I know I'm like a million miles an hour. But news for today, let's check it. Wednesday. So Fed Chair Powell speaks at 5 a.m. Oh, shoot. No way. They didn't update that. Oh, yeah. He's talking right now. I'm surprised price isn't going way crazier, actually. Where's my 5 o'clock? Yeah. There's just no volume in the market right now. That's all that is. Anyways. Yeah, okay. Cool. Let's see. How far are we from this 4 hour right now? About 100 points away. Here's our 1 hour. So I have some resistance right here. I kind of just want to play off the 4 hours. I'm not too concerned about like what's going on in between that. There's not real clear direction from this 1 hour. Plus, I don't think it would help me out too much to draw that. Just because like the range in between these two 4 hours is I think only it's about 150 points. So anything in between that is gonna get kind of confusing. I think we'll touch one of, or if not both, of these 4 hour structure areas. So I'm just going to wait for confirmations off that to see what price is gonna do. I think we're probably gonna continue down and try to touch on like one of these zones. So we'll have to wait and see how price develops. Probably just creating some structure here before price decides to continue up, because we just broke this zone right here a couple days ago, and so now we're just creating structure and hopefully just gonna keep going up, because like I said in a previous video, it's good, always good. But anyways, so we're gonna go ahead and just play around on this 1 minute for a while, see what price wants to do. Like I said, I'm surprised it's not moving crazier right now, but yeah, we'll see what happens. So anyways, this is a little bit further along. I just went ahead and paused the video to kind of let price play out a little bit, but this is what I'm seeing right now. So we're having like a lot of buildup around this area, and granted, I know we're pre-market right now, but you can kind of see we've been playing in this this range here for the last 35 minutes about. But I don't know if I just say that to say like I don't know if we're necessarily gonna have any continuation up to this 4 hour here. I think we're kind of we're gonna be playing out below this zone here. If we have continuation down, I mean, I definitely could see it going up and trying to reject on the 4 hour, but we might not get that by the time the market actually opens. We might just have price running down to our next zone. So just looking at this like as an overall, we could have price just come up and just retest the same structure area here before continuing down. As long as we get like some sort of like false breakout here, either one candle above and a candle below are two rejections, and then candle closure below the trend here, I think that we can have price continuing down when the market comes to open. Only other thing is that we do have like a pretty decent amount of like build up here. You can see this was around like right after this was like right around and after the London session, so potentially we could have some issues when it comes into this area here, but we'll just have to see how price plays out once we reach that area. But I think that if we get like some solid closes below that zone, then price will probably just continue to keep running down. But we'll see how price decides to play out. I want to see some rejections, either at this 4 hour or just this minor area here, for price to continue down here, because right now it's just playing out really choppy, not real decisive for these moves. It's not making a ton of sense right now. You can see it's just chopping all the way down. So yeah, we'll see what happens once we get a little bit closer to market open, it seems. So price is kind of running right now. I'm not in any of this currently. Let me see. I kind of like this 6-9 better. Just because, yeah, that makes a little more sense. But anyways, so I mean, we had price break below. So I mean, depending on what we do here, we could get some continuation down. We might not run into any of our confirmations for entries. I mean, we had a break, but I still want to be able to see like a little bit of a retest. I know that we kind of already did retest on the 4 hour once we broke that before 5. So that could be something. We been retesting on this here. We're getting real close to 6 o'clock too. So the biggest thing is right now we're moving pretty bearish. Even if I bump up onto the 1 hour, the thing that we had, so like I said, we broke below this sort of support area, or with a structure area that we're using as support. We had 2 wicks, 2 wicks, and then now we're on the track to close pretty bearish on this next candle here. So I think what will happen is we'll probably get a bearish close out the final few minutes of this hour. Hopefully we can come up, retest this area here, which was it's just like a lower time frame support that we're looking at here. A lot of wicks, as we can see here. So if we can come up and potentially retest that area, and then have some continuation down from there, that would be good too. But we'll see. We'll see if we get that as a retest. I would have still liked to seen the retest happen a little bit higher, just because like even when we came up in the to retest this area right here, it just wasn't like very I didn't get really any solid confirmations to be like, okay, we need to be taking sells. It was still kind of up in the air because we were playing above the trend here, but now that we're kind of came up, rejected off that trend, and now we got price moving down, I could definitely see the potential for rejections here, with price continuing down into market open, especially now we're sitting at like that halfway point between our 2 4-hour candles, or I mean our 4-hour structure areas. So yeah, we'll see how price plays out here. hopefully we get our confirmations. Otherwise, I won't be taking on any entries until we get that. So, okay. So, big thing is we just had close our close on an hourly, which was bearish. And so I definitely can see some price moving down. We just gotta be careful because we closed around this wick area here. So we'll have to be careful to see how price is going to play out in this zone. Find out here shortly. And then the only reason why I would feel comfortable taking some sells playing off this area is just because we had just because of how the hourly or the higher time frame are forming right now. Everything's suggesting that price is most likely going to continue down. I mean, it's very, very bearish right now for like the last since the London session. So I mean, unless we can, yeah, there's not really like a whole lot to say about this, but I gotta pop down onto this lower time frame. Hold on. See how price closes. Okay. So we're setting ourselves up for this time. Anyways, hold on real quick. I just want to measure this out. I don't really use fibs all that much, but it's nice to be able to measure the retracement that we're sitting at right now. Right about now we're sitting in that golden range right now for retracement for our last move up. So yeah, we could bounce off this area and have some continuation up too for higher time frames, because technically on this this 4 hour we have still yet to close, but the 1 hour is telling me a different story of the price continuing down. Thank you, baby. Appreciate you. But yeah, this 1 hour is just telling me a different story that will have price continuing down. So that's kind of what I'm looking for on this time frame here. I think all we're doing right now is just creating a wick for the hourly. So I'm not really too concerned about price going up right now. It's as to be expected. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Let's see. Actually just entered into a buy position. Might have been a little bit pre-market type thing here, but what I did notice is the only reason I went into buys on this is just because I saw like a confirmation possibly for some continuation up. So it's a little bit risky because everything for higher time frame is kind of telling me to look on to some sells. So I know we're kind of against, but we are in an area right now where also aftermarket on London, we had some build up. We had price kind of like reject this area here, 2 wicks, and then a continuation candle on the next, which was our entry. But we'll see how price decides to play out in this area here. Because if we end up getting stopped out, that's okay. Just set our stop loss, but we'll kind of see how price plays out here. I definitely think that we could get some continuation up to this little 4-hour time frame here, but we will see. Overall, if we miss out on this buy opportunity, then I don't think we're gonna have like any more confirmation for to take our sells. At least not in this range here, unless we have price break below and then retest this area for to take some sells down, but we'll see. So far we're not off to a super great start. This trend line is becoming cancerous. Yikes. Yeah, let me see here. That was an instant stop out. Not even a chance on that one. So, bad idea looking for buys. bad man. Okay. What? Alright, so we just entered on some cells here. Where are we at? 66. We got filled in a little bit lower than I would have liked to here. Flip that pretty quick. Hold on real quick. Modify. We entered at 34666. Ooh, not liking that at all. So 96 is our stop loss, and for our take profit, we're sitting at 4916. Oops, 34616. It's about 50 away, right? Yeah. Okay. Let it run. Let it rip, they say. time are we sitting at right now? It's about 6:19. This is my favorite one. This is my favorite chill one. So we filled a little bit lower. I mean, overall, we could have done better. Bad, like, this was probably a bad decision to take this buy, especially after sitting here this whole time and being like, oh yeah, we're looking for sells. But again, I saw confirmations and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just go for it. And ultimately that didn't end up playing out in my favor, but you know, I just figured I would take that opportunity, that risk, and see where it took me. Much better entries probably would have been like to take this off like a false break on the trend line here, and then have price. We would have been seeing like half our profits right now overall, but instead I thought it would be a good decision to try and take a buy, which, I mean, who knows, it could end up working out and we could get stopped out on this sell too, but I think still overall kind of went against like morning game plan, this morning's game plan. But we are in a super weird area right now. Again, there's a lot of buildup around this zone here, which is the only reason why I even thought price might like reverse off this. We're in a new hourly candle right now, but coming up onto the 1 hour, again, everything's moving pretty bearish. 2 wicks, continuation candle, yeah. So we'll see if as we get closer to market open, if we can get some assistance pushing price down. Like I said, this trend line is really strong. Come on, man, now you want to be bullish? Oh, goodness gracious. About 6 minutes, I guess, from market open. So it would be a shame to get stopped out before. Before we even get the opportunity to see what the heck's going on here. Oh, shoot. All right. Righto, mate. Righto. Jeez Louise, man. So about 3 minutes before we see this market open. You can go ahead and push below that, please. Righto, mate. Righto. Yeah, so what's gonna have to happen is market open's gonna have to push below this. Now we're creating a you can see here we're creating like this support. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Price might act kind of crazy right now. 628. Yeah. We're looking better. Looking better. Hopefully we don't get disrespected at market open. And price just continues on with the move that we're creating right now. If I was a better person, I wouldn't have taken that buy. If I was smarter. Follow my freaking game plans. We're about a minute from this market open here. And it looks like we're just gonna go. No way. No. Disrespect? Absolutely not. Don't tell me that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we would have smacked it had we entered on that. False break on the trend. Wish they would just go ahead and let the sellers take over on this. Because I don't know what in the world is screaming buys right now for anybody's technical analysis. There's not even a freaking support here. But hey. This would have been also another great... I would actually take a sell right here too, based on this analysis. So I'm actually looking, sells are looking already decent. So what a wild market open right now. There we go. Yeah. Wow. What a day. Stressful is what that was. I don't know what in my right mind was telling me to take buys. Don't be like me. Don't be a dingling. Don't be. Goodness gracious. Yeah, that could have been like a good opportunity for some scale-ins too, because like basically what we had. So just ignore the buy. Just ignore that. That was totally not shown. Totally not me. But this first entry here that we took, a little bit more high risk, because it wasn't like exactly what we look for in entries, but we were moving like very bearish, so I figured it was like worth the risk to take. Just because every single time we tap on this trend line, we had like some rejections here. Everything else, like I explained from the higher time frames, is moving us into a bearish direction. We had candles close below on 4 hour on this resistance here. Where'd it go? On this, we had it close here. On the 1 hour, if we also come up here, we have price close below, 2 wicks, rejection here, and then a candle close at this 5 o'clock here. So everything was just screaming very bearish movement. So it was my fault trying to go into a buy. Like I don't even know what I was thinking at all. I was just like, oh yeah, man, this is a good area for rejections. No, don't be like me. Anyways, but we had price break below. Honestly, where the buy entry should have been was here. When we had a false breakout on this trend here, but this is my mistake. But anyways, we had price come down, come back up. We created a like some sort of false breakout / like 2 wick rejection. So I entered on the candle following right after, and then we can see here, just because of that, it was a poor entry. We had some pretty bad drawdown. Or I shouldn't say poor, but just like a late entry. We had some pretty bad drawdown, which kind of shocked for a bit. But yeah. So anyways, took that entry, ended up being all right. Next area for opportunity on entries, I would have said the only reason I felt comfortable once we started doing this is because when price opened up, you can see here we had 2 wicks on our area that we had just broken out of. And then a candle closed below, which right now would have had some pretty bad drawdown for like the wick, but now is sitting in, up in like 30 points on profit right now. So I say overall, this would have been like a good scaling opportunity. I probably would have scaled into the trade on something like this had I was not taking so much risk because I was already on 1 loss. But if you have like the ability, could have been a good opportunity to scale in, but I haven't back tested anything like that. So, but anyways, yeah, you can see a couple different entry opportunities, and this one is probably going to take profit as well. But anyways, overall, pretty good day. Just got to clean up some of these mistakes that I make, like this, where it's like, going against analysis. I don't know what the thought process was there. I'm sure I mentioned it was like the 2 wick rejection and candle close above, but everything else was screaming to take sells. So my fault. Didn't get as much profit as I would have liked from today just because of that. But yeah, anyways, still came out on profits today. Hopefully you guys did too. Hopefully you guys learned something, took something from this. And yeah, have a blessed day. This has been another 24-hour trades. Deuces.